Good morning and good evening. Yesterday I told you about this equation of business, and the entries in the purchasing company. How the purchasing company will pass the entries, all those things. And after that, when the debtors and creditors, when we come across regarding the purchase company, the selling companies, selling businesses, debtors and creditors, whatever it may be, the purchasing company, it will not take over. It will not take over the debtors and creditors, amounts, the purchasing business, but it will give assurance that it is going to collect the debts from the debtors and pay the amounts to the creditors on behalf of the vendor company or on behalf of the selling business. Who the purchasing business, it will agree to collect the debts from the debtors and pay to the creditors on behalf of the selling business. In that case, the purchasing, what is the benefit that the purchasing company will get? The purchasing company will demand some commission to the vendor business or to the seller selling businesses. And it will take into account the collection of debts as well as the payment of creditors. So, for accounting treatment, the purchasing company, in its books, it will prepare a suspense account, that is nothing but vendor suspense account. And this suspense account they will prepare or they will open when you come across any profit or loss. And when you come across any profit or loss, whatever it may be, on these realized amounts, they will pay off to the vendor. And for recording purpose and for accounting purpose, the purchasing company or the purchasing business, it will open a vendor suspense account, and it will transfer that to the whatever it may be, the profit or loss or on realization of these amounts, they will transfer that to the vendor suspense account. Like this, you will come across the thing that we will come across in this equation of business. And after that, when same books are continued means, when same books are continued means, first of all, we have to take into account the accounting treatment of the selling business, how the accounting treatment will be, and in what way the selling business, it will pass the journal entries. All these things we will come across in this thing. That is the second method. That is when the same books are continued. When the same books are continued, it will take into account all these entries. For that, I am going to give some entries. When the same set of books are continued, if the purchasing company desires to continue with the same set of books, the following treatment is to be given. A revaluation account is opened and increase or decrease in the value of assets and liabilities are adjusted. The purchasing company, what it will do is, they will open a separate account known as revaluation account, and whatever it may be, the increase or decrease in the assets, they will transfer that. Next thing is, the balance in revaluation account is transferred to capital account of sole trader or the partnership businesses in the profit sharing ratio. Next, assets and liabilities not taken over by the purchasing company is transferred to the capital account of the sole trader or the capital accounts of the partners. In case of partnership, they are transferred to the capital accounts in the profit sharing ratio. When an asset is worth its book value, the same can be transferred to capital accounts according to the ratio of final claim. Suppose the purchasing company is not taking one asset, and that asset value it will be at the book value. In that case also, they will transfer to the capital accounts, and it will be that thing it will be transferred and it will be apportioned in the final claim ratio. That is how much amount it was given to the partners. Suppose two partners are there, A, B. How much A must be given and how much B must be given. In their final claim only, the value of the asset, the book value of the asset which was not taken over by the purchasing company, it must be apportioned and it must be given to the vendors or selling businesses. Next, if there are undistributed profits or losses, these should be closed by transfer to capital accounts of the sole trader or partners. Suppose in the selling businesses there are accumulated profits, reserves, etc. Then what they will do is, the purchasing business, it won't take into account all those things. Whatever it may be, the accumulated profits or losses, whatever it may be, the reserves, all these things they must transfer that to the capital accounts of the partners. If it is a sole trade business, it will transfer to sole trader's capital account. If it is partnership business, it will transfer they must be transferred to partners' capital accounts in their agreed proportions. Suppose if there are no agreed proportions, then what is the alternative? Either they must be distributed equally or on the basis of their capitals. After making the above adjustment, the capital accounts are closed by transfer of shares, debentures or cash received from purchasing company in the ratio of final claim. So what they will do is, they will prepare the final accounts, capital accounts. And what is the final amount? Either to a sole trader or to a partnership business. What is the final claim? What is the final amount? So that in that ratio, if it is a sole trader, they will transfer the complete amount in the form of shares or debentures or cash. If it is a partnership business, they will take into account the capitals of the partners, how many partners are there, and they will take into account the final claim, that is the closing balance, and in their proportions, what they will take into account, they will pay the shares, debentures or cash to the partners. Like this, when same set of books are continued. With this we can say that the final amounts, whatever it may be, they will be distributed to the partners or sole trader when we go for acquisition of business. This acquisition of business, when you are doing this acquisition of business, mind that you must be very careful. In these two aspects. What are the two aspects? When new set of books are maintained, you have to record only the entries in the books of the purchasing company. You will come across 3 entries. Mind it, you will come across 3 entries. Business purchase account data to liquidator of vendor. Assets account data to liabilities account to business purchase account. So whatever it may be, the difference that we come across, we have to transfer either to goodwill or capital reserve, and the final payment of the purchase consideration in the form of shares, in the form of debentures, in the form of cash. This is regarding when separate set of books are opened. After separate set of books are opened, we have to see whether the debtors and creditors of the selling businesses are taken over by the purchasing business or not. When they are not taking over and when the purchasing company or when the purchasing business, when they agree to collect the debts and pay off the creditors, then they must be given some percentage of commission. The purchasing business will get some commission for their service, and whatever it may be the profit or loss realized on the amounts, they must be paid to the vendors. And for this, in the purchasing businesses, in purchasing business books, there we have to open a separate account known as vendor suspense account, and all the amounts will be transferred to vendor suspense account. Thereby at the end the vendor suspense account will be closed when you are transferring the excess amount, that is profit or loss. This is the second important thing that you must know. And the third one is when same set of books are continued. When same set of books are continued, okay, the purchasing business, what it will do is it will prepare a separate account known as revaluation account. And to this revaluation account, any increase or decrease in the value of assets or liabilities, whatever it may be, they will be transferred. And whatever it may be the profit, whatever it may be the difference, whether it may be a profit or whether it may be a loss, whatever it may be, they must be transferred to the selling businesses. If it is a sole trade business, it will transfer the complete amount to the sole trader. If it is a partnership business, on the agreed proportions, they will transfer to the partners' capital accounts. Then after that, okay, the revaluation, assets and liabilities not taken over by the purchasing business is transferred to the capital accounts of the selling businesses. That is, if it is a sole trader, it must be transferred to the sole trader's capital account. If it is a partnership business, it must be the assets and liabilities must be transferred to the partners' capital accounts, okay, in their agreed proportions. Suppose if an asset was not taken over, and when you come across the book value only, not a realizable value or revalue, okay, then according to the final claim, that must be transferred to the capital accounts of the selling businesses. Then whatever it may be the undistributed profits, reserves, etc., okay, or undistributed losses, they must be transferred to the concerned selling businesses only. They should not be transferred to any other account. After making all the adjustments, then we have to take into account the final claim, and according to the final claim, we have to distribute the shares or debentures or cash to the selling businesses. Thereby, the acquisition of business will come to an end. This is about the acquisition of business. Okay, this is nothing but the continuation for the previous video class. Okay, thank you, and I'll continue after some time.